Welcome to the Corporate Learning Network videocast. I'm Jeff Cattell. Today I have with me Seth Odell, Director of Interactive Marketing at Southern New Hampshire University. Seth will be speaking at our upcoming event, Effective Marketing for Online Education, which will be taking place December 9th through the 11th in San Diego. Welcome to the program, Seth.
Happy to be here. Thanks so much.
We're happy to have you as well. So I know at our event you'll be talking about the importance of storytelling in online marketing. And I also know that you recently returned from a cross-country tour where you set out to meet some of SNHU's 30,000 online students. So can you tell our viewers a little bit about that trip and how storytelling, I guess, overall plays a role in the online marketing for SNHU?
So this summer, we had a major effort at Southern New Hampshire University. It was a campaign called See Yourself Succeed. It was our first ever truly integrated marketing campaign at Southern New Hampshire University. So we integrated on-the-ground marketing with social media, with online, and it's actually now rolling out into television. We're running out commercials based on this campaign right now nationwide. And the campaign was a real grassroots effort. We wrapped a tour bus. We literally got in and drove around the country from New Hampshire to California and back, hand-delivered diplomas, flew out advisors, flew out professors to meet students. And the whole effort was really meant to be very human. And the key reason is this was an evolution of our effort to tell our story. And our story is the story of our students. And the reality is online learning today is getting incredibly crowded. More and more universities are coming out. So the reality is, what is setting us apart? And what we're finding is there's an interesting lesson in online marketing today, which is that branding is more important than ever. When there's 200 universities that offer an online MBA with prices that are all from the very top to the very bottom, where are you going to go? And we're realizing that students are shopping not just based on that spec sheet, which is, do you have my program? How fast can I finish? But they're also, thinking about, can I do this and fit? And fit is really huge. Do I feel like this is a place that I want to be? And for a lot of students that have some anxiety, is this the kind of place that I can be successful? So this effort was, let's strip it all away. Let's not do commercials with actors anymore. Let's not use scripts. This is real students, real stories, real authentic. And our hope is to kind of cut through the noise that's increasingly getting louder in online marketing, especially for online EDU, and find a real human way to connect prospective students with who we are as an institution.
Prospective students, it sounds like you're doing using a variety of methods of outreach to connect with them. So I'm wondering, when you're looking at prospective students, have their preferences and behaviors changed in the last few years, and does that change how you try to reach them?
Absolutely, it definitely does. We're seeing, I think, a trend that I would imagine many online universities are seeing, which is that pay-per-click is going way up as more schools enter the space. Paid leads are really still a viable option, but they're going down and playing a much smaller role. So what we're left with is really trying to understand where can we connect with prospective students. For us, we've found a huge amount of success in television, which is an old-fashioned medium which still really works. And as a nonprofit university, we're one of the few that are out there competing with the for-profits in that space. There's plenty of room. I hate to say it, but people can join us. There's room there. And we found that that's a big change. People are changing the way they shop. There's more push on mobile, second screen where they're watching television with a phone in their hand. But most importantly, we found that people are changing the way they shop, that they're starting to no longer think just about the specs of what we offer. There's so much inundation with schools that all offer the same things. And so really the question is, what are students really looking for? And we found that students are really looking to ensure that they'll be successful, that they will find their goal. Now, a lot of for-profits have defined that goal as a career change, which for many students it is. For our effort, we just say we want to make sure students know you'll have a better chance of being successful here than anywhere.
You've mentioned some of these marketing channels that you'll be using, television and pay-per-click and things like that, but I'm wondering, going forward in 2014, what marketing channels are you planning on using more, and maybe what marketing channels are you going to be dialing back on?
Sure. As mentioned briefly before, pay-per-click is something that's becoming more competitive for everyone. Paid leads is not something that's really scalable. TV is going to continue to be huge for Southern New Hampshire University, but more importantly than almost anything is social media. And not the social media we've thought of in the past of Facebook pages and Twitter accounts. We are fundamentally trying to socialize the way our students learn and encourage them to share their success. The key, I believe, as this market gets more crowded, is going to be the fact that when our students are successful, they're able to share and have conversations like that with their friends and family. It's not us to many from our accounts. It's one student to the 200 friends or family they're influential with. If we can become a part of those conversations, we can have a fundamental difference, and we can reach more people. So social is really being ingrained in everything we do, and that's really a key direction for us.
Okay. And to follow up on that, with this social aspect, how do you get people to want to, share with their family or friends on Facebook, post about their experiences? Do you kind of give them an impetus or push them along, or is it something that you really have to work at organically?
So that's a really great question. The key is how can we motivate a student to share something? And the reality is we have to give them something to share about themselves, not about us. So one key thing that we launched recently is every student that gets on Dean's List gets a personalized email announcement announcing that they've essentially received Dean's List honors from Southern New Hampshire University, and they're directed to a custom URL to our website where they have their own web page that says, Joe Smith receives honors from Southern New Hampshire University. And it's a news article about that one student. And then there's sharing options. And then that student can click share and post to Facebook, and the headline says, John Smith receives Dean's List at Southern New Hampshire University. And what we've done is we've taken a traditional act of a student receiving honors, and we found a way to socialize that action by giving them something that they can physically, electronically or virtually share. They want to share that link. Students always got emails saying they're on Dean's List, but they never had, share this URL. And now we can actually track people clicking those links and sharing it, coming back to our website, and we can watch that 10% of those people that come back continue to browse our programs. And those are friends and family that are being introduced to who we are at a key point in their friend or family's life, when they're having a pivotal success moment with us. So it's those kind of actions that we think will help socialize the online learning environment and inspire friends and families to really explore the schools where their networks are studying.
Yeah, definitely. And sort of going off that point, one thing that I wanted before we wrap up to ask you about is this idea of being innovative in the online space, and obviously being in the interactive marketing specifically. There's a lot of cool things to do, and Southern New Hampshire University sounds like or seems like it's really at the forefront of a lot of things. I know in 2012 you guys were named number 12 on Fast Company's list of most innovative companies, and I know they've also had places like Western Governors on the list, but otherwise there really aren't colleges that are making it on these types of lists. So how do you, in your role in interactive marketing at SNHU, work to spark this continuous innovation?
Sure. Well, I'm really in a great place, and I'm very lucky because as a university, we really have innovators from the top down, from our board to our president to our CEO. So they've really instilled a culture that we can do a lot. So the key is that we're allowed to take risks, but you have to always measure what you're doing, and we pilot everything.
All right, well, thanks, Seth. That was Seth Odell, Director of Interactive Marketing at Southern New Hampshire University. For more information on Seth or any of the other speakers at Effective Marketing for Online Education, you can view an agenda by clicking the Download Now button below. Thanks for watching.